Hi, I have one question for you guys. Are you guys using artificial intelligence? I mean, definitely everybody is using right now. Millions of people are adopting those, LLMs and NLP based artificial intelligence. But I just want to know, what are you guys using it for? Maybe same as me, for your shopping list, for your projects, for your assignments, maybe booking a flight tickets, or etc. etc. But I have faced exactly one issue. And I just want to know that are you guys facing that same issue while you're using those tools too? So, I mean, all those AI tools are good. Like they are not bad. They are providing really good responses. But when I was working on one of my project, I was working on actually Microsoft Word to write down about my project and maybe write down about some things about blog and stuff. So I thought, let me take a suggestion from those AI models. Everybody is using it. So I thought, let me take benefit of this too. So the exact issue is not in those tools or AI models that we are using. It is the way we are using them. I want to tell you is I was working on one of my project and then I wanted to search about few things and I went on ChatGPT and Gemini the same way you guys will do when you want suggestions from AI. So first I opened my browser, I went on ChatGPT's website and then I write those prompt and then it gave me a big response. I went through the whole response and then again I went on Gemini and then write the same prompt and get the big response there. When I was working on assignment, I have to switch between those windows. Like I have to go to ChatGPT and then again switch to Gemini and then again switch to cloud and then read the response and come back to my Microsoft Word and put whatever I have read on a big copy paste. So that was actually the distracting factor for me. I was not able to focus. That was actually breaking my focus from my work that I want to focus on. And then as a normal person, I went on a Google to search for a solution. And I found actually few solutions that were like extensions and those plugins that we can install. I tried them. Like there were few extensions that I can install in my Chrome, and there were few plugins or maybe those extensions that I can install with other tools. For example, Microsoft Visual Studio that developers use. But with all those extensions, when I start them, there will be right side a big window and I can only give a prompt and get a response in that window only. That windows were actually damaging my screen dimension. Like I have a big one, but not everybody usually have a big screens. So that was actually damaging my, and when I close that tool, that window is gone. Now I cannot interact with that particular AI interface that I have downloaded those extensions and plugins for. So that was really unnecessary. So then I actually did not find the exact solution that I wanted. And I thought maybe everybody else is also facing the same thing while they are working on this kind of interfaces on their computer. So I thought, why shouldn't I make one centralized system? Just double click and this centralized system will make your whole operating system, whole of your computer, artificial intelligent, a smart thing that you can use any ID choice of yours. You can choose any of the model. It will provide you the response right there. What I want to say is, like, let's say simplest ID notepad, simplest tool. You can open your notepad, write a prompt there, and what if you will get a response right there in the notepad from the model you want, like ChatGPT, Gemini, Cloud. There is no limit you can attach your model to. You get a response anywhere you want from any model you want. How about this? Let's see the magic. So now there is my centralized system running in the background, providing me the innovative responses by itself whenever I write the prompt. But if I don't like responses from my own model, I can get it from GPT, Gemini, Cloud, whenever I want, wherever I want. Let's see the things. Let's I type, hey GPT, what is your model name and how can you help me? Let's see what GPT brings me, okay? Let's wait a couple of seconds until GPT figures out and thinks by its own algorithms and then send me the response. Okay, here we go. I'm ChatGPT, an OpenAI language model. In this chat, you are talking the API version of ChatGPT, and it's just giving me all the answers that I wanted right there in the Microsoft Word. See, one by one, it is just coming. Tell me what you are working, what you want a result looks like, email, and I will help. Now again, I will ask one more question and give me a response. Now, let's say not just GPT. Now, I don't like this response and I want to check with Gemini. Okay. Hey, Gemini, what is your model name and how can you help me? Let's see what Gemini brings. We know that, okay, I'm a large language model trained by Google, and then it's still writing. Maybe let's scroll down. I can help you with a variety of tasks, generating text, summarize text, brainstorming. It's just going on, explaining media contents, new page, creative writing. It's just giving me everything right there I want. Now I can just filter this text and keep whatever I want. Like I can ask any questions about my assignments or maybe any general questions. And this thing, the beauty of this thing is not just limited to Microsoft Word. I can get response anywhere from the model I want. As I said, this is not just limited to one interface, okay? Let's see the same thing in Notepad, maybe the simplest tool we can use. Let's ask, hey GPT, what we can ask? Tell me something about today. Simple question. Let's say what GPT has to say. It is taking some time to think and then it will provide me a response. Okay, today is a Saturday, February 26th. Here are a few things I can tell you about today, depending on what you mean, weather, and then blah, blah, blah. And then let's just keep writing things. And yeah, let me bring the browser now. It's not limited to any of the operating system tools. I can do the same thing with browser without any extra plugins, extra installations. Let's say, for example, I'm writing this blog on benefits of AI. So I'll just write down in here like this blog. You can say this website has its own AI. But for example, I don't like using this own AI, and I want a Gemini or GPT response with with my blog. How it can help me here, right? So let's ask from here. Hey GPT, tell me 10 things that I can benefit from AI. Okay, let's say what GPT has to say about tell things, how I can write those tell things in 10 things in my blog. Okay, it starts 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is my browser. I have no extra plugins installed, no extra softwares, same centralized system working everywhere. I can even get help with, on my social media, on my blogs, on my videography, anything I want. It's just all centralized system working anywhere and everywhere with any model I want. But every solution brings problems too. Now there is an issue if I want to do some serious typing activity that I don't want to get interrupted from this prompts and responses, as well as if I'm doing some privacy related typing, then what should I do? There is a solution for this too. Like I put one feature which can pause this centralized system to respond within a time until I resume it. So let's say how it works. So let me bring my Microsoft Word back for more clarity. I'm asking it the question, hi, it says hello, means it's working. Now I can say pause. Okay, rest is a part of progress, I know. Now my central system is gonna rest. Now I ask anything, hi, hello, it will not respond because it knows that I want to get some typing activity done, which I don't want to get interrupted. Now again, I can resume it with just one key, which is gonna be function F9. Let's say F9. Now it should be resumed. Hi, what's up? Yep, it's resumed. Hey GPT, what are you doing? Let's have some fun. Let's see what GPT is doing. Okay, so I'm here waiting for your instruction and ready to help. Tell me what you need. Okay, blah blah blah. Okay, so you know how the system works. Okay, now it is not just gonna interrupt you all the time. You can choose where you want to get interrupted, and when you don't want to get interrupted. So now this makes the whole operating system artificially intelligent. How do you like it? Now we have seen that how we can pause and resume the system. So the question about this is not just limited to the particular LLM or language models. Okay, there are nowadays they are building lots of AI assistants. Assistants, you mean it not just provides you answers, it actually do the stuff for you. For example, if I tell my assistants like let's say open this, open that, it will actually open those things for me. And we can train those assistants, or maybe we can use pre-trained assistants that are open sourcely available. Maybe for example, you can say cloud one. And what about those assistants we can bring in, and we can connect those assistants with this centralized system. We can provide it the command, the prompt from anywhere you want, and it will just do the task from the backend. You don't need those right side big windows like stretching in your desktop, and you can just write a prompt and response there. For example, let's say I can provide the assistance the prompt from my Microsoft Word, and let's say how it works. Let's say open Facebook. Let's do it. Okay, here we go. It opened the Facebook actually. It opened the browser and it opened a Facebook in it for me. So I can train, or maybe I can use those pre-trained assistants. For example, if I'm hungry, I will just write it down. I'm hungry. Order pizza from nearest pizza store. And it will search my location. Those assistants are trained to do this. And surprisingly, within next 20 minutes, pizza delivery boy will be at my doorsteps. How cool is that, right? Now it can be used from anywhere in your operating system. Your simplest laptop can be artificially intelligent and smart enough to bring you responses and do the stuff for you free of cost with just 2 clicks, no extra installations, no extra plugins. So now the question is, this centralized system, can only this be connected to AI-based models and AI-based systems, or maybe something else we can do with this too? Because this doesn't have an interface. Wherever you write, it will make that an interface. So now I thought there is an infinite opportunity. So why don't we take it? So I made one cybersecurity based algorithm. Let's say how it's do it. So for example, I have a few things in my computer, like few files or maybe a few folders or something that I want to hide from someone. And if someone is trying to access my laptop, they are trying to find it through my name or maybe the file name or something. Then what will happen is, what this algorithm will do is, it will just keep watching because of my security those references. And then when it finds that someone is trying to find particular names or particular things, then what it will do is, it will shut down my system. Also, it will send me an email that someone tried to access your laptop and stuff. That's for security. Let's say how it's gonna shut down. If I say shut down right now, and then it says, okay, you are about to sign out, close. Okay, it will take just a minute. It's just giving me a pause time. So that's what it's gonna do. It's gonna capture, maybe my face and something to send an email to a admin, to a host, that someone is trying to do something on this laptop that is not authenticated. So yeah, that's how we can enhance this system with different algorithms. And yeah, it's shutting down my laptop. Now it will be locked until real owner came and write the password. So that's how it works. So this we have seen how we can get GPT and Gemini or maybe Cloud or maybe any available models response anywhere we want, right? And any responses. But there is one more, like I have my own model, the basic one I have trained, and which is connected to the centralized system too, as all these other models. And that is main decision maker. So what it does is, I don't even need to specify, hey GPT, hey Gemini. So basically it knows my preferences, that if topic is related to AI, I like the Gemini's responses. And if topic is related to my shopping list or maybe my some of the assignment, I like the GPT's responses. So it knows my preferences. So whenever I will write a sentence, and if I mention something like AI, it will automatically bring a response from Gemini. And whenever I am writing a sentence and I will write something about shopping or something, it will automatically bring a response from GPT. So that's how my decisive model works. And that is really creative. I can add more references and more preferences as I want, and it will be more smarter to make a decisions. So we have seen like how it works, right? And it is not just everything. There is many more things to it, but that I can fit everything in the video, right? But you can think of it. I have wrote a basic research paper on this. You can use that research paper in your project, maybe on your ongoing or upcoming research. And yeah, just don't forget to reference it. I don't want your money unless you want to give it to me. All I deserve, I think, is a little credit. And yeah, you can find my research paper links below. So stay tuned.